You're listening to Weenie Back, cocksucker. You say it again.
You're listening to Weenie Bat. Enjoy, you fucking bitch.
This week on Weenie Back,
Josh Wells and Ibram Gallegos.
do you know who, I think it's David Hardwick?
Who's David Hardwick?
He was the voice of Dale Gribble from King of the Hill. I know you didn't watch King of the Hill.
I've never seen it yet.
You're fucking right. It's a great show. By Mike Judge. Mike Judge did
he's the
Beavis
best.
and Butthead. Yeah, you say that, but you've only seen what from him?
See Beavis and Butthead, which I love.
Yeah.
Idiocracy, just
Okay.
fucking amazing. Office Space,
Okay.
just fucking amazing. That's pretty much it.
And you missed King of the Hill.
Yeah, I never seen King of
It's
the Hill.
really
I hear
good.
it's really good though.
It is. It's kind of it's what you hope Texans would be, but most of them aren't.
Okay.
But
What you hope
Just-
them to be?
yeah, just good-natured people. Some are kind of dumb, some are pretty fun. But yeah, he died. The voice actor,
Who played who?
Dale Gribble.
Is
Dale
the
Gribble.
Main, is Dale
No.
the main guy?
So it's Hank, Dale, Boomhauer, and Bill. They were all friends from high school. All ended up, not all of them. Dale and Hank have gotten married, have kids. They all grew up in the same neighborhood. They all hang out in the back alley and drink after work and shit.
Nice. Okay. I've seen the intro.
Yeah.
So that makes
any
sense.
more would kind of like throw you off of the show. But like most people have seen it because it's normal. I didn't grow up in the call, okay? But no, it's a good show. Like, it's on Hulu. They were originally, like, you know how Beavis and Butthead's back, Futurama's back.
I've heard
King of
that,
the
yeah.
Hill was also brought back.
Oh, it's back?
Not yet. I don't know where it's at in production, but it was supposed to come back.
Interesting.
So, but I don't know how this like changes things though either because he's dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
They'll
So
have to replace the actor or something, which people usually hate. When they do
yeah.
that.
Well, you can tell with a voice actor a lot of the time. Like Rick and Morty and Solar Opposites, they've replaced Justin Roiland. Solar Opposites, they like made it a big thing. Like in the trailers, like this is my voice now. It's completely different. We're not going to address it ever again.
Is Justin Roiland like the main guy for Rick and Morty? Like the thoughts?
He does Morty, I think, and like
Oh god,
maybe
guys! Oh,
yeah,
that
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He's like one of the main like drives to the humor besides
Yeah.
Dan Harmon. Dan Harmon.
Okay, so Dan Harmon is a major writer and producer on it, just like he was for Community and
Brilliant. Right?
Harmon Quest.
Yeah.
But he's also a fucking lazy drunk.
Really?
So I can understand it.
We all have
like,
our faults.
yeah. Well, it's like if you watch the end of certain episodes, there's like a claymation like scene, and like you can watch his life crumble in it. Because it's like him and his girlfriend, then him and his girlfriend like being angry, and then him and his girlfriend being sad, and then it's just him alone on a couch drinking. It's like, this is fucked.
What show is this?
On Rick and Morty, actually, I think you can see it.
Oh, okay.
But like he cheated on his wife at some point, or his girlfriend at some point, and which is funny because it was with another redhead. But
He's obsessed.
I mean, it's kind of hard not to be.
Yeah.
But no, it's stuff like that. But he's really bad about putting things out on time, especially his writing. That's why every season of Rick and Morty takes so fucking long to produce.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, also animation takes a long time, but it's 8 to 10 episodes or something like that.
I kind of like waiting. They don't
I
have. I don't
do,
like when
but
they crank it out.
I don't
It's
like waiting 2 years for a new show, for a new season. Like Venture Brothers, right? I think it's only 10 seasons, probably less.
But it's taken years.
25 years.
It's been that long?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
If they were one of the original Adult Swim cartoons. And I
No
think Adult
shit.
Swim is ending, too.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Something with Cartoon Network and Discovery, and they're shutting everything down. I've seen a bunch of posts
I love
lately,
Adult
and then I saw
Swim.
things
I mean,
where they
I don't
weren't
watch
ending,
it,
but now it is ending, so I don't know.
That's
but-
a bummer.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have cable, so
Yeah, I don't watch it really. I go to their
I do.
website, but
I watch things legally, but
right.
But yeah, like I like a lot of the shows that have been put out on like Moral Oral.
Assy McGee.
Assy
really
McGee,
funny.
fucking loved Assy McGee. Metalocalypse, which has a movie coming out.
Very funny.
Venture Brothers had a movie come out already. It's already available.
Really?
I've seen it.
Nice. Is it funny?
It's the Venture Brothers.
Right. Okay.
So questions are not answered, and when they are answered, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like stuff like that.
Would you want to hear a news story?
Yes.
Okay, great. First, I wanted to show you what Kanye West looks like now, because you know how he put on the mask that it's almost a Git mask. It's just talking shit about the Jews, right?
Was that at the same time?
He like
because he says he likes Jews now because he watched 22 Jump Street and thought Jonah Hill was cool. Which is, I think we covered that on Nothing Pacific too.
I'm following. Okay, so he wore this for a while during his when he's talking.
He looks like one of the Foot Ninja.
Yeah, he does.
From like the 90s fucking Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah, he does look like them. And he wore that.
I mean, it doesn't have the fencing mask thing behind the sock, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, and that's when he was saying out like how Hitler was misunderstood and all kinds of crazy shit. Did you hear about that? What he said?
I know he said a lot of it on Alex Jones' show, which...
Yes, now exactly.
I mean, it's not like Alex Jones is the pillar of a community or anything.
Now, this is Kanye West right now. Does he look weird? I know you can't see this.
No, his beard is just...
He looks weird.
His beard looks like untrimmed, which it kind of needs to be, because it's not growing in appropriately. Because he already has that weird fat face.
He does have a fat face.
Yeah. How old is he now?
Let me see.
Because he put out that college dropout.
Yeah.
That's his like big famous one, his premiere album, right?
Oh, he's 46.
When did College Dropout come out?
Let me see.
But like that was his debut album, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like I remember looking at the art and my brother showing it to me. He's like, "Yeah, that looks cool." Then I listened to it. It's like, this isn't for me.
Came out 2004. College Dropout. So
I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
He's 46. Right. So that was 15. So that's like 28, 30. But that's before he was already like producing for people at that point, throwing beats and shit.
Yeah.
And he made that weird documentary that people thought was cool, but at the same time, it was like he clearly has a mental disability that you know about now, and then you watch it then, you're like, that's really fucking weird for somebody to do.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What was his documentary?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't give a shit.
But he I think one of the things he said is, he said, I'm a god.
Yeah, I've heard that.
The only thing that I regret is I'll never be able to see myself perform live. Which is fucking incredible thing to say.
Like, that is wildly narcissistic, but, like, I get it, I guess?
Yeah, like, in a weird way.
I'll never see me at my greatest height, but I'll totally miss it because I'll go fucking insane because I stopped taking my medicine.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone knows about Kanye West. I just thought those pictures were amusing. But,
the first one was amusing. The second one was like, oh, he looks fat. Whatever.
Yeah,
I want to see somebody get fat like Marlon Brando did. Just like,
oh my god, he got so fat.
Actually, no, Shelley Duvall. She was olive oil. She was in The Shining.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall. Did she get fat?
No, she got sad.
Yeah.
She kind of like shut herself off and like working with Stanley Kubrick kind of like fucked her brain.
Oh!
Yeah. She looks like
Look at her.
Yeah. No, that's not it. Look at Shelley Duvall interview. Because she's taking a sharp downward turn.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it's kind of sad. She looks like meth grandma living in the hills. Right? Like,
holy shit.
She did an interview just from the front seat of her minivan. She didn't get out. The guy was on the outside. It was fucking... It's kind of sad.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Told you, meth granny.
Meth Granny. Poor Shelley Duvall.
Yeah,
she
I
got
liked her.
Eaten up and spit out by the
I
system.
saw something else she was in recently that I want to watch. It wasn't Popeye and it wasn't The Shining, but it felt a lot like Popeye, but it was really good.
What was it?
I don't remember. Look up what movie she was in, but like Shelley Duvall was one of those people who's like, I always think of her more for the Popeye movie than I do for The Shining.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a fun movie, man. Robin Williams, her, the old guy, Sweet Pea, Bluto, and the Bluto song. Well, was he Bruto or Bluto in the fucking movie? Because I know the actual character's name changes a lot. Or Brutus. It's Brutus or
right.
Bluto.
Right.
But Wimpy's in it.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's actually a place, or at least there used to be a place on on Lomas.
In Albuquerque.
Yeah. Oh, Wimpy Burger.
Yeah.
Like they had Wimpy as their fucking
really?
slogan and stuff. Yeah, and it was like a chili dipped burger, and then regular cheeseburgers, like real basic cheeseburgers, but they were cheap.
Sounds good.
Movies they were in, fucker. I asked you to do it.
Oh,
but
Shelley Duvall movies.
But it's a musical. Like I always think of the Bluto scene, like I mean, you know what I mean, and then he beats the shit out of people. And then
Sure, I don't know which one you're looking for.
Well, you start talking then.
Yeah,
she was in Rocket Man with fucking what's his fucking name? Great comedian. I can't look it on your thing. I gotta look it up on my own. Your shit's too sensitive. You need.
Rocket Man. She was also in Shadow Zone. My teacher ate my homework. That sounds really good.
My teacher ate my homework?
That's what it says. Yeah.
What is that?
She
was in Annie Hall. Have you ever seen Annie Hall?
No, I don't watch shitty movies.
She was in Time Bandit?
Time Bandit rules.
Oh, yes, it does. But Annie Hall is supposed to be one of those, like, big classic fucking comedy movies.
Yeah, is it good?
I've never seen it because I'm not really a child molester fan. No, I've always heard it was good. I've never seen it, but it's what's his name? Fucking God damn it!
We're really remembering things today.
What's his fuck? Woody Allen. I'm not a big Woody Allen fan.
Me neither. I like a few of his movies, but
like
Crimes and Misdemeanors was pretty good.
What's that about?
It's about this guy like pays to get one of his ex-girlfriends murdered, and it's just about how he feels shitty about that. And Woody Allen plays this like sad guy that's trying to get laid.
I mean, that's Woody Allen.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna marry my girlfriend's daughter.
No, Did he marry his cousin?
No, it's his girlfriend's daughter. So he was dating the I can't remember the actress's name. You should, like anybody that follows like modern pop culture would know. And then she at the time had a biological son and an adopted Chinese daughter, and the son accused him of molesting him. And then years later, he married Sue Young, the adopted daughter.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's fucking super creepy. And they're still together. And, I don't know. But Shelley Duvall was on Wishbone. Did you ever watch Wishbone?
Uh-huh.
It was a PBS show where a Jack Russell Terrier jumped into books and told you stories.
Nice.
Like The Odyssey and
Wishbone.
Huckleberry Finn. And
That sounds awesome.
It was a fucking good show, man. Like, I knew all these stories before I went to middle school when it was, like, required reading and shit. It was like, oh, yeah, I know the fucking story, whatever. She was on All Real Monsters? No fucking way! Who? Tristan Jim Belushi was on the show, too. She was Akka, the weird, creepy worm fucking thing.
Oh, cool. I never watched that when I was a kid, but...
It's 4 seasons, but it was a great show where basically these monsters live in the sewer, but they're going to school to learn how to scare kids. And so, like, they would venture out into the city and then like come out of from under kids' beds and scare them. Kind of like Monsters Inc., but far better. And I think Tim Curry was the teacher in it. No, it's Greg Berger, the Mr. Grumble or the Grumble, wore high heel shoes, weird dick nose.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. Cartoons used to be fucking graphic as shit. Like, did you ever watch Cow and Chicken?
No.
So, you didn't watch anything from the 90s, more or
really
less.
Watch TV
yeah.
when I was a kid. I wish I could have.
I mean, you still can now.
Yeah.
But no,
Now I'm an adult.
so Cow and Chicken had big red guy or big what? He was a devil, right?
Yeah.
Which is like wild in those days because a few years later Harry Potter would come out and people would freak the fuck out about it. Oh, it's evil and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like I actually had friends that's like, yeah, our church says that's evil, and it was like that's weird.
Yeah, Harry Potter. There's that scare where people thought, especially Christians, thought
well,
it was evil.
It was weird because it's like 5 years after the Satanic Panic, but like everybody had just like chilled the fuck out. Nobody cared anymore because Columbine had happened like a year or two beforehand. So it's like, okay, these guys had nothing to do with like the devil or Jesus. One might have been gay, but it probably wasn't. There was like a weird documentary about it, calling one of them gay, just to put him down. And yeah, it's fucking.
That's weird.
It's wild. But yeah, he's just called Red Guy. He has his butt out all the time. That was a character on TV.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's awesome.
Cow and Chicken, aren't they sewed together?
No, that's a cat dog.
Oh, cat
And
dog.
they were born that way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they had a TV movie about where did they come from. Their parents might be cat, they might be dog. It could be a cat and a dog, or it might be Bigfoot. And it's fucking awesome.
I need to watch some 90s TV.
Yeah, you can
I did see, well, it was when I was an adult, but I saw, it's not Ren and Stimpy, that's the one.
Yeah.
Wait, it is Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and
yeah,
Stimpy's
Ren
great.
and Stimpy. Yeah, I love Ren and Stimpy.
And like most artists, the guy that created him was a fucking pervert.
Yes, he was.
He, but like the worst kind of pervert.
Yeah, didn't he
So,
rape someone?
No.
He
He
just
was
got
creepy
weird
with
people.
kids.
Oh, with kids?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew he was like a horrible person, but I didn't know
Well, it's
he
like-
did it with kids. That's horrible.
I don't know like the whole story exactly, but like he groomed someone or
Oh,
he
God.
talked to someone or something like that. Create. You're just gonna have to fucking edit this shit out.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Underage sexual abuse. Oh goddamn, it's much worse. Who attempted to having a 16-year-old girlfriend when approached by Buster. Wait, what? The disturbing secret behind an iconic cartoon, underage sexual abuse. And that show is perverted as fuck, so that makes you feel bad. Robin
Yeah.
Bird and Katie Rice were teenage Ren and Stimpy fans who wanted to make cartoons. They say they were... Fuck. God damn it. You got work cut out for you today.
Yes.
Robin Bird and Katie Rice were teenage Ren and Stimpy fans who wanted to make cartoons. They say they were preyed upon by the creator of the show, John, fuck you, who admitted to having had a 16-year-old girlfriend when approached by BuzzFeed News.
He admitted that he had a 16-year-old girlfriend.
What did he get in trouble for? Sexual harassment, statutory rape, and the possession of child abuse images. Oh.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
He's got the pedophile fucking glasses, haircut.
Fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Just a ghoul, dude.
He looks like he came out of the 60s and like, man, I fucking hate seeing that. Like, the guy, Bruce Timm, right? He's the guy that created the Batman cartoon, the original animated series, which led to Batman, fucking Justice League Unlimited, and everything. But super pervert.
Really?
Yeah. But like not that way.
He just.
He's
What
just,
did he do?
He's just pervert. Okay, so he made all these shows, right? His art style, whatever, and then it was like 2018 probably. Somewhere in that time frame, they made the Killing Joke, the big famous comic book where the Joker shoots Barbara Gordon, Commissioner Gordon's daughter, who is Batgirl. He breaks into the home looking for Commissioner Gordon, blasts her in the belly, and fucking paralyzes her. Which for like 10 or 15 years, she was in a wheelchair in the comics.
Damn.
Yeah, but which led her to be Oracle, to where she was like the girl behind the desk working everybody's comms and shit, and was a big hacker.
Cool.
Like, it developed into something good. The comic is like, when they finally animated it into a movie,
The Killing Joke.
yeah, Killing Joke, it's fucked up because apparently the Joker rapes her too, and he takes a bunch of pictures and he shows it to her dad to try to drive him insane. Like he kidnaps.
Wait, he does that in The Killing Joke?
In the book, yes. It's
Holy shit.
I think it's by Mike Mignola, the guy that made Hellboy, or somebody else. I don't remember. 90s fucking comic book writers were like super edgy, and a lot of it's just.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I think it's kind of interesting.
It is.
It's just fucked up.
It's super fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, because the Joker kidnaps Commissioner Gordon and like strips him naked, puts him on this like tunnel of love thing, showing all the pictures off that he took while he raped his daughter to try to drive him insane. Like, it's fucked up.
Wow.
It doesn't work. And then like when Batman's like arresting him at the end, they just like Joker tells a joke and they both start laughing at the end. It's just like, what the fuck is this ride?
Batman laughs?
Yeah. Batman laughs with the Joker. Like, the whole thing is fucked, dude.
What the fuck? I kind of want to read it.
Yeah, it is. I'll show it to you later. But, anyways. In the animated movie, Bruce Timm added a whole extra thing where Batman fucks Barbara Gordon on a roof.
What?
Yeah!
The daughter of Commissioner Gordon?
Yeah, a guy,
While she's in a fucking wheelchair?
Before. While she's Batgirl.
Why?
No idea. It's super fucking
it's
unnecessary.
becoming Watchmen all of a sudden, like where the superheroes are fucking. It's like.
Well, the Watchmen's based off of Batman and shit, which are now part of the
talking
same
about
universe,
how they fuck
but-
people and that.
Yeah,
It's just like, just keep that out of it. I don't want Batman fucking anyone in the story.
Well, I mean, he fucks Catwoman all the time. He was raped by
Yeah.
Talia al Ghul, and
That's true, but I just mean
he fucks
Catwoman
Poison
is not even really a hero in my opinion. She's like a.
She's a villain. She's straight up a villain.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, they actually had a storyline where they have a kid, and that's where Huntress originally comes from. But status quo and shit, fucking, they ruined that shit.
Yeah.
It's like Spider-Man trying to be happy, and what I was telling you about, fucking One Last Day, whatever it was, where he sells his marriage to Mephisto, Marvel's devil.
Right.
So Aunt May can live an extra day, so he sells not his soul, but his marriage to Mary Jane. And because of stuff like that, Marvel just doesn't let Peter Parker ever be happy. But the guy that wrote that story is also Brian Michael Bendis, who notably fucking ruins things. Like John Kent, Superman's son. He was, which ties back to the Watchmen. So Superman and Lois have a son, right? Jonathan Kent, named after his grandpa. Well,
Yeah.
There was a series called Super Sons in like 2013, 2015, somewhere around that time frame.
Yeah.
So Superman's son and Batman's son, Damian, a rape baby.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So Damian Wayne, right? Bruce Wayne's son. Talia al Ghul raped Batman. She drugged him, raped him, had a baby, raised him up to be an assassin, And then like Talia sends him to Batman, or for some reason he's like 20 years of comics worth for him now, but
Holy
and
shit.
Batman teaches him, it's like, hey, killing isn't the answer, and this is after Damian like fucks up all the other Robins, Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and Tim Drake. That's the order they were Robins, and Tim Drake's the only Robin left. Dick Grayson is Nightwing. Jason Todd is the Robin that died, was brought back to life, became the Red Hood within the last 20 years.
Ibram knows his comics.
Yeah, they know. This isn't the first time I've talked about it.
I know.
And then Tim Drake is the Robin they decided, hey, you're gay now. Which was like kind of upsetting because Jason Todd totally should have been the gay Robin.
Jason Todd?
Yeah. No, Tim Drake still should have been, but like not the reasons why they made him gay. That's a whole different fucking
Robin's
thing.
gay now. Okay.
Red Robin or Robin, whatever it is, because Damian Wayne's no longer Robin. Anyways, whatever. Damian kicks all their asses. He dies. He gets back to life. He gets a giant bat, fucking demon monster as a pet. A bunch of different shit. But anyway, so he ends up being best friends with Superman's son. And there is a series called Super Sons. And it's great. And the same guy that ruined Spider-Man comes along and is like, hey, you're Superman's son? Fuck you. Jor-El's not dead because of the Watchmen. And you're going to get stuck on a planet for like 7 years and aged up. And then put back in time at the right time. And it just fucking ruins everything. Also, you're gay.
Is that the same writer that ruined Superman?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So what did he do with Spider-Man?
He made... So Spider-Man, Peter Parker was married to Mary Jane. Because Gwen Stacy's
Oh, he
dead.
did the Mephisto thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
One last day, one more day, whatever it's fucking called. So...
What's his name?
Brian Michael Bendis.
He
The
just ruined
writer
shit.
after him
Yeah.
for Superman made him the villain. Like
Brian
immediately,
Michael Bendis?
yeah, they like changed one or two letters and made him the villain immediately. I was like, fuck this guy.
Wow, so they made him a character in the story.
Yeah, they changed like the letter of his name or whatever, but like enough to like that's clearly Brian Michael Bendis.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because fuck that guy.
He ruined this fucking shit.
Like
I know nothing about comics, so I'm always just.
It's like
learning from you.
80% of my free time.
I feel you on that. We
It's
all have our things
well, it's like some people like religion.
for some reason.
Some people read books. I read comic books because it's like a little bit of both.
Religion?
Yeah. Okay, Superman, right?
Here we go.
In Superman Returns, it's supposed to be the sequel to the original Christopher Reeves Superman movies, right?
Yeah.
It had Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor, which was fucking awesome because the original was Gene Hackman, right? And Superman comes back, it's Brandon Routh, who would be on the CW Arrow show as the Atom. And like there's all kinds of Jesus images for him and everything. Because Superman dies, he comes back, he's the most powerful person, but he's not a god, he's flawed because he's a man, right?
Right.
Which is great and fun. Spider-Man is also like the Jesus of Marvel because his life fucking sucks. He gets superpowers, but he's a nerd, and when he was a nerd, he was like this massive dickhead, but he gets superpowers, and then like everybody fucking dies around him, like constantly. He just cannot be happy. But he is always trying to do the best thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess you need a conflict in the story.
I mean, you don't have to like make him sad all the time. You can let him progress as a human being.
Yeah. I guess that's the route they chose for the conflict. Just make him sad.
Well, it's like when... Okay,
I'm not saying I agree with it.
So
It's just
Uncle
what they
Ben
did.
dies. That's how he gets the responsibility thing, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Gwen Stacy dies. That kind of sucks. Okay. Hey, you meet this lady who's an actress and a supermodel, and you fucking marry her? Fuck your marriage. You sell it to the devil because your Aunt May's dying.
I'm Brian Michael Bendis.
Yep, fuck you. And then like there's a series a few years ago where like he gets his own corporation and stuff because Doc Ock takes over his body, and then like afterwards they're like, no, fuck you. You don't get to be happy anymore. Fuck you. And then like now he's not even with Mary Jane anymore. And it's just like fuck you all the time. It's just like fuck you, Spider-Man.
So how old is he now?
It's you kind of get that weird permanent age thing.
Yeah.
But like he might be in his 30s, 40s.
Interesting.
Actually, it'd be sadder if he was in his 40s.
I mean, they've rebooted Spider-Man like hundreds of times, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Because I once had a remember those encyclopedia books on like every subject, but with pictures.
Yeah, the Marvel visual encyclopedia.
I think that's what I had, but it was on Spider-Man, and so it had all the covers and it but it didn't have the actual comics. It just had information.
Yeah, the visual
I had that
encyclopedia.
when I was a kid.
They've put out like 8 editions of those.
Really?
Because they change it so often.
Yeah.
Those are fucking cool though.
It is cool. Because I learned about the comics a little bit, but I never read them. But it was a weird book to have. But
I used to read. Okay, so growing up, we would never buy them. We'd always fucking steal them from the gas station.
Nice.
And then if it wasn't for that, I'd read my buddy's uncle's comics because he had all kinds of comics from the 80s. He had the Avengers. He had the Eternals, maybe Guardians of the Galaxy, which is fucking terrible. The movies are great, but the comics were fucking terrible back in the day. They're just
really
boring as shit. But like stuff like that. So I always read those. I read a few Captain Americas every now and again, and then my mom would throw them out or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like once the internet came along, you could actually start getting full copies or read full storylines and stuff. So I don't know. It's I don't know, man. Like I'll read if I'm going to read a book, I'll read about biography or autobiography on someone. Like I read the Hunter S. Thompson biography. That was great.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
And Frank Zappa. I read like 2 of his biographies, which take place during different times. And one of them is like super unauthorized and might have been by like a crazy groupie. Still good. And then, but like, I don't know, like normal books usually aren't that fucking interesting. Like some people get all into Game of Thrones and say, I read books and blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
Not interesting enough.
What is it?
Just regular fucking books.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't focus when I read a book at all. I just can't.
Do you ever just like space out and get like 5 pages down and you're like, wait, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And then you go back and you read it again. It's like, I already read this. I don't remember reading it, but I read it and I imagined it.
Dude, every fucking page I have to reread it. And like, it's just like, it's a pain in the ass.
I had to listen to the Da Vinci Code?
Yeah.
As an audiobook.
Oh, how was that?
Much better than trying to read it or watch the movie.
Yeah, audiobooks is where it's at.
It was still like 8 hours, but it was interesting.
Do you have to rewind those? Because I do. No?
I was
had
driving
no
for
focus
8 hours
whatsoever.
straight. So.
Oh, wow, okay.
Well, no, it was 30-something hour drive. After a short break, we've returned.
We're back. So you scared the shit.
You fucking asshole.
Wait. I'm repeating what you said. It's okay. So you scared the shit out of me the other day. What did you do?
Okay, so I've got a Amazon Alexa Echo Visual blah 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 blah.
Blah blah blah.
Whatever. But so when these things first came out, I learned you can set certain routines for them. Like
A
if
routine, you say?
No. So like if I almost bought Wi-Fi light bulbs to fuck with you too.
What's that?
Wi-Fi light bulbs
Yeah, what's a Wi-Fi light bulb?
A light bulb that you can hook up to Wi-Fi? I don't know.
Go fuck yourself. It is.
That's more or less what it is. But you can
turn it on and off and stuff.
Yeah, and you can change the colors and shit with it too.
Oh my god! You could turn it red into your.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So when the first Doom came out, people would set you'd have like a code phrase for your Alexa, and it does certain actions depending on what's on the Wi-Fi, right? It'd be like crank the radio to 10, the music would be the Doomslayer music, the lights would go red, and something else or whatever. It'd be like intruder alert.
That would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I was streaming the other day. Josh Wells is fat, and
no one cares.
No one gives a fuck. And you started music up in the middle of the stream.
And I wasn't near. I was in SD.
Yeah, you weren't even here. You were performing, and you scared the piss out of me. It's very terrifying, and it's all on video. And
if you look at Josh Wells is fat, he'll show you.
Yeah. So I thought that was fucking hilarious.
I told my mom about that. My mom and dad about that today.
What'd they say?
My mom started laughing because she didn't know she could do that with it. It's like, yeah, it's like I've been messing with Josh when he's like home alone. It's like that you can do these things, and he's like he freaked out and everything, cried.
Not that bad yet, but yeah, no, I think that's fucking hilarious. Did you really get light bulbs?
No, I looked at it. They're like $20 a box, like $23 a box. I think it might have been like 4 light bulbs, and I sat there because this is before I got paid too. I just sat there and looked at it. I was like, maybe. It'll slow the Wi-Fi down. I don't want to do it. Like that's a real concern. I was like, I didn't want to like. There's so many things connected now, way more than I wanted.
Is it connected to? Does it take up bandwidth? I don't know how that works.
Okay.
I'm assuming you do.
Okay, so my PlayStation, when it's in rest mode, is supposed to update, do whatever.
Right.
It never does because it's a fucking piece of shit.
It's supposed to update games, right? But it doesn't do it. For some reason.
Like I had to download a system update when I got home. I was pissed. The Alexa is always on, so it's always on the internet. When I get home, then there's my phone. If I open my laptop, then that's 3 things, plus the PlayStation and the smart TV. Because, like, if your TV's plugged in, it still draws power, right? You have to unplug it to save power. Like,
oh, right, okay.
Like in the Philippines, my wife, they unplug everything. It's kind of fucking annoying.
They unplug everything?
Yeah, because like I try to charge my phone or charge something throughout the day, come back to it later when it's done and like it's been unplugged. It's like I got 30% now.
They unplugged your phone?
Yeah. But I mean,
save power?
Yeah, because the their electricity is also like not great.
Oh,
they have
really?
rolling brownouts and shit. But like,
that sucks.
Say we turned on the Xbox, the PlayStation, my TV, the Roku, both our phones, and both our laptops with the Alexa, and
let's say I'm playing my Switch.
And your Switch.
Okay. I don't think it's.
If I'm streaming a video, if we're both streaming videos on our phones, the laptop, and playing online at the same time, all that will make everything go slow.
So it does slow it down.
Yeah.
Is it called bandwidth?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
The more you add,
I don't know how that works, but.
Have you ever heard somebody describe the internet as a bunch of tubes going somewhere? Okay, it's a terrible fucking analogy. But if you think about it, it's like if you're dumb as shit, that's the best way to explain it. It's like imagine you have a pipe and then you put a bunch of taps in it and you turn all those taps on, you're drawing water. So that water pressure drops from the main pipe and blah blah blah.
Okay. I'm a dumbass. That makes sense to me.
That's a good way to explain it, but that's totally not how that works. I can't tell you how it actually works either, though, because I don't know.
Oh man, I think it's so dumb. I hurt my ankle somehow. That's fun for the people to know.
Because he's fat. That's the other thing. What I've been doing with the Alexa is like when he doesn't wake up. either when I do it, but I'll sit there and I'll hit it like 6 times during the day, and the Alexa just goes fat, fatty, fat bitch, and he doesn't like move or anything. He just.
Do you do it when I'm sleeping?
I do it when I'm at work sometimes, like throughout the middle of the day. It's like, boop. I did it like all last weekend, and you just never moved. Like the whole time I was setting it up, like I was sitting there loud as fuck. It was like, Alexa, creepy time. Alexa, bump it. Just like going through the whole routines, trying to figure them out and everything.
You can do it from your phone?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's how I did it in fucking SD.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And like if we do it now, Alexa, creepy time.
Fat, fatty bitch.
I don't know if you can hear that. So
I'll turn it up.
Alexa, connect to Bluetooth.
Searching.
Is that on?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so it's paired. I've got a sound bar that I found out at the dump.
You found that at the dump?
Yeah.
That's sick.
There was another one I found in someone's trash in Cordova with a subwoofer. It was all taped up with the remote and everything, but I never tried it because I was living with my mom at the time. I just threw it in the truck and I never used it, so I ended up throwing it out. That one I found with the plug.
It's
Brought it
fine. It works great. Why would someone throw
No,
it
I didn't.
out?
No, I didn't get it at the dump. I actually got it from someone's trash, but like they probably bought something good and new because that's supposed to come with the subwoofer.
Oh, okay.
Alexa, bump it. So it's supposed to charge to 10, play music. That one doesn't always work all the time. I don't know why. Alexa, creepy time.
Fat, fatty bitch.
Alexa, turn the volume up all the way. There's a remote, and it does that already. Alexa, creepy time.
Fat, fatty bitch.
Also, you can't make Alexa cuss. So
She won't cuss?
no, I tried looking
Damn
up. It
it.
didn't
Why
work
didn't...
out.
That's stupid.
I tried. I spent way too much time trying to do that. But
Fat, fatty bitch.
Alexa, show me your tits. Fucking doesn't do it. It's supposed to say no, bitch. But it'll censor it out. But like I can do it from my phone too, because I had to download the Alexa app for it. But okay, manage routines, tits.
Forgot.
Oh wait, I changed that.
What did it say? Forgot.
I forgot I changed
Forgot. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Goddamn.
Goddamn.
AI is racist. Well, that's homophobic, but
Yeah.
same.
So I got some news. You see, let's throw some news at you. See what
That
you
isn't
say.
Kanye West.
No, not Kanye West. So, snake in a toilet.
Okay.
Slithering visitor to Arizona home camps out where homeowner least expects it.
Arizona.
Here's a picture of a toilet snake.
Did you ever grow up fearing toilet snakes?
Fuck yeah, I did. I was
Which
terrified.
Which is weird because it's like a pseudo common thing.
Really?
Fucking clearly.
Yeah, but I figured this was a fluke.
No, it happens like once every 10 years.
Do they like go for your ghoulies? Like
I don't think so. No, you know what? I think the last one. I think it happens in Australia a lot, like outside of outhouses. Because in outhouses, it's gonna happen often. But
why would a snake go in a shit pit?
it's warmer.
Ew, they don't give a fuck, do they?
Well, no.
They can't smell.
No, they're not sticking their tongue out licking shit all day. No, I think it's more common there. But talking about snakes, I read a news article today. This lady was like walking out, like, you know, living her life, having a good old time, right? Just fucking loving life as white as she can be. And
White people.
and she this hawk has a snake and it fucking drops it like a rattlesnake. So the rattlesnake falls on her fucking arm, like bites it all fucking up.
Wait,
And-
the rattlesnake bites her?
Yeah, because it lands on her arm. This rattlesnake was picked up by a hawk, So it's like, I'm near death, fuck me! And it comes fucking falling down, lands in her, just freaking out like any wild animal would,
Are you
right?
fucking serious?
Gets worse. Fucking Hawk comes down to try to get the fucking snake again. It starts fucking attacking her arm. And like,
What? This
yeah.
didn't happen?
Yes, I saw the fucking picture of it
Holy
earlier.
shit.
And like her whole arm is like purple and chewed up, like she like had I don't know, scabies. It's just like purple and fucking red and gross and shit.
Did she die? From
No,
the
she was
browse?
alive, and the picture she took, she's
I
like
gotta see
forearm out, fucking smiling and shit.
this. Jesus, like, look, we've all had bad days, but that's just God telling you to fuck off. Well, there's no God.
I don't know, man. It's probably not the God you think it is.
I don't know. I think God is something human beings made up to feel safer.
Oh no, they totally did, but did you
Holy
ever?
shit.
Yeah, it's not gonna show. There we go. That's the best you can see it.
Whoa!
That's fucking gross, right?
That's fucking horrifying.
But no, I think it's probably like a weird Jack Kirby situation where the Fantastic Four goes like, "Oh, so your guy's like, yeah, that's what some people say. I'm just drawing your lives out."
This bitch got fucked up. Sorry, what were you saying?
There's an issue of the Fantastic Four where they meet God, and it's Jack Kirby, the
Who's
artist.
Jack Kirby?
Jack the King Kirby.
Oh, the
fought
artist.
Nazis. Fucking artist, yeah.
Wait.
He literally fought Nazis, not in the war, but like he had people come to their offices like, hey, you can't be like drawing and writing that shit. And he's like, fuck you. You want to fucking fight about it? Meet me downstairs. And so he like goes down to the bottom of his office, like, let's fucking go, you little Nazi bitches. They all took off.
Wait, so they were Nazis?
Yeah, and Jack Kirby was Jewish.
So why were they telling him to not draw certain things?
Anti-Nazi stuff?
Oh.
Yeah.
And they just fucked off?
Yeah, like he went down and he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. And they're like, yeah, no, you won't, bitch. And so he shows up and they're like, no, okay, I'm out. Because, you know, Nazis are a little, I want to say a bunch of slurs, but that's mean to other people, so fuck them.
Fuck Nazis.
Violence is the answer. I don't care what you say. You have a Nazi problem? What do? You beat the shit out of them.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that. Yeah.
There's nobody who shouldn't agree with that. And I've had people that sit there and is like, well, you know, people have their own blah, blah. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. And there's people in the army that said this shit is like, you know, we're in a part of the organization that fucking killed them. I'm just talking about knocking the bitch out.
Right. We literally went to murder them.
Exactly. And that's a good murder. That's a justifiable murder.
Fuck yeah.
It's not somebody who's like, I'm serving my country because we're the right. No, it's like, hey, we're a fucking terrible people that think lesser of other people, so fuck you.
Yeah, we're
Kill
gonna
them
kill
bitches.
them. That's some man shit. Like, I would have...
And people call me a psychopath.
No, I would have gladly
It's
gone
really
to
you.
war. But I would have gladly signed up to go shoot Nazis. Like, no joke. I'm a coward in a lot of ways, but I would definitely... But I would definitely sign up to kill Nazis, man.
Well, it's like, okay, so Vietnam, arguably, you can say it's like, no, we don't really need to be there.
Yeah.
World War II, yes, all the way. World War I, kind of questionable on its own. Revolutionary War, depending on what race you are, totally for it. Civil War, I mean, like,
Depending
yeah.
on what race you're on, totally for it.
Well, Civil War, if you're part of the Union, then yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
War of 1812, I don't fucking know what that was about. I think that was when the British came back and were like, hey, we're going to burn the White House down. And they did. And then...
Did they burn the White House down?
Yes, they did.
They actually succeeded in
Twice,
doing
I
that?
think.
Ah, I didn't know. I thought we just fucked them up.
No.
Fuck the British motherfuckers. We didn't just kick their ass?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I didn't pay attention
No.
in school.
What else is there? Vietnam. Korea. Korea was...
The French and Mexican War.
No, those were not justified wars.
I
It's
don't
like,
know what
hey,
happened.
that's our land. Nope. That's why we kind of lost.
I didn't even know about
Well,
that.
no, that's the. What's the one where Teddy Roosevelt rode on San Juan Hill in Puerto Rico to fight the Mexicans for Puerto Rico. That's what it was. And they're not even state, so it's kind of fucking worthless.
Teddy Roosevelt went to fight Puerto Ricans?
Yeah. Well, not Puerto Ricans, Mexicans.
Oh, Mexicans.
Yeah, on San Juan
To
Hill.
take their land?
More or less.
I thought Teddy Roosevelt was cool,
He is for the most part.
but he fought Mexicans?
Yeah, the Spanish-American War or the Mexican-American War, and then there's another one. But yeah, he was that's before he was president. This is when he was in the army.
Oh, so
he
he's kind of in the system there.
Yeah, his son actually fought in, I think 2 of his sons fought in World War I and then fucking died because they weren't as cool as his dad. But like, there's a lot of wars where you're like, maybe we should have, maybe we shouldn't have. But
Yeah.
like World War II, the fact that we helped augment Europe and fought the Nazis, totally about it. Fighting the Japanese, we didn't know that why we fought them was a good thing until later. So it's kind of like whatever,
Yeah.
because they did some. Imperial Japan did some fucking
Yeah.
horrific shit,
Oh my god.
like terribly horrific shit.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Actually,
Some of the worst like treatment of human beings.
my mom used to work with the veterans from the Bataan Death March from the 515th to the 110th.
Really?
Coastal Artillery, National Guard.
She works with the veterans of that?
Yeah, she was part of the Bataan Corregidor Memorial Foundation.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
those stories are fucked up.
Really?
Yeah.
So the Bataan Death March, what is that?
After they surrendered
Sounds
Bataan,
familiar.
or after they surrendered in the Philippines, the Japanese came in. They marched these guys from one end of the country to the other, from one peninsula to the other, which is a long
Wait, they
a
didn't.
long way.
They didn't have batons.
It's technically a bataan, but yeah. No, it's dude. This gets fucked up.
Really?
It gets super
they,
fucked up.
They death marched them.
Yeah. Well, you say death march, that doesn't really mean anything. But what it is, they march these dudes and like
To
some.
death, right?
So
Sorry.
like some of these dudes like they fell out and shit. They passed out and they're like, okay, cut their fucking heads off, put them on stakes, like keep moving, bitch. That's not even worse. One of these guys we know, well, he's dead now, but it was like winter time. They had him standing naked out on a concrete, and they're like, "You're gonna stand at attention all night." And so they left, and the Japanese commander comes back. He's like, "Oh, you're still here? You can waver." Pushes him over, rips the soles off his feet.
Rips the soles off his feet.
His foot, right? The sole of his foot froze to the ground.
Oh.
So this dude pushes him, and the whole sole is ripped off.
Oh God.
Yeah, I bet you feel now for making that Bataan joke, don't you?
I'll stand behind it.
You should.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah,
Fuck. And then
Oh,
did he have to march with no souls?
I don't know the whole story. Yeah, I think so. They also put him on boats, and a bunch of people died from like sickness and
What
like the whole thing is fucked.
the
I don't
people that
know enough
were-
about it.
Were they Americans or?
Yeah, from New Mexico,
Oh, so they were like Hispanic and
native and white. Not a lot of blacks because we didn't have them.
right. It's New Mexico.
Yeah. I mean, we have some now. Actually, I saw one today in La Masia.
The black person sighting of the day.
It was kind of weird because of where La Masia is at. Like, he waved at us and we waved back at him.
He waved at you?
Yeah, well, okay, so I spend every Thursday with my mom, right?
Right.
Because that's just what I do. And my dad's in town, so I don't remember what we were talking about. We ended up driving through La Masia, and I just kind of like took him down the roads. We were looking at houses and shit, and like, yeah, these are all like $500,000 homes that I'll never afford.
Yeah.
We saw a black person.
Terrific story.
People did start coming out,
Some black person.
and my dad started getting freaked out. It's like, yeah, they're all watching us now. I was like, you're not, but
Why would he be getting freaked out?
so there was we're like down by County Road 8, right? So these houses, they've got big like. Imagine this yard, and then the next 2 yards over, right? A big plot of land, right? Like grass and shit. It's not really farmed, but there's like one Mexican dude at the door, and then another dude at the corner of the yard, and then another dude at the other corner of the yard. It's like, yeah, they're watching us. And it's like, you're fucking old. That's all it is.
You were walking with your mom.
We were driving.
Oh, driving.
Yeah. My dad was just getting freaked out and paranoid. He used to ride bikes all the time, and then he had an accident, and my mom says he was different afterwards because he might have had a head injury. So, like, he's not like
Head injuries, man.
bad. He's not like Miley Cyrus or Roseanne Barr, but like a noticeable difference apparently.
Really?
Yeah. But I also think he's getting old. Like, my dad used to fight in high school. Like, my grandma and aunt's like, yeah, your dad and uncle used to, like, beat the shit out of people. I was like, okay. That makes sense.
Like, they fought people?
Yeah. Like, in high school. Like, not fight, they used to beat the shit out of people.
Wait, did they bully people?
No.
Oh. Like, adversaries, school adversaries?
Yeah, like boxing match, beat the shit out of somebody. My dad was a boxer in the Navy for a little while.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, I wish I could. My dad, I don't know.
He doesn't exist?
He doesn't exist.
He looked at you, come out, is like, ew.
We go play pool.
Hey, at least you know that much about it.
No, I was just joking. I don't even think he played. I know he's a mechanic. He was a mechanic.
But you can't do anything.
But I can't. Yeah, I know. I've already broken your toilet roll holder.
You broke the toilet hole roller.
Toilet hole roller. Look at this guy.
You fucked that up too, dickhead. The toilet paper roll holder. Not the toilet hole roller.
Toilet hole roller.
I still don't know how you did that. You said
I
I braced myself. That doesn't make any sense. Who the fuck does that?
So I went to stand up, and instead of putting my hand on the counter, I pushed up.
Again, I don't know how somebody does that.
Wait, what
like,
do you
consciously, I don't know how somebody does that.
Oh, like, well, I wasn't thinking.
Clearly.
And I just...
Now, the seat you broke it in, and, like, the back leg of my $50
I didn't
food
break
tab.
this.
It's not, well, you can't say break, really, but you broke it in.
Oh, like the seat is all...
Yeah, because you're fat.
I am obese.
It doesn't curve up anymore, it curves in.
Did I really do that?
Yeah.
Oh, my
It was very
foot.
noticeable, because I saw the first one, I was like, okay, that's weird. And then the second, you can't look at it, bitch.
But
you have to sit it and feel it.
Oh, okay.
Because your ass should not sink down into these kind of chairs. And there's a certain amount of... Okay, so it curves up like a hill, right?
Yeah.
You should feel that medium or like a slight comfort to it.
Okay.
It's much deeper than that. Don't fucking bounce on it, you fat bitch.
I'm trying to feel the...
But I don't know if you just like sat on it hard or it just... It's like, I can't do this, I'm done. And it quit. Maybe that's why it's $50. I don't know.
Well, hey, if I stay here a little longer, I'll fucking buy a couch.
They're like $178 for like their next futon up.
I'll pitch in for a couch.
You broke the amp. You put your hand through that.
Oh yeah,
the couch.
We already told this story. But
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I really did. My mom asked about it today too.
I
We just gotta replace the speaker. That's not that much.
Yeah, that
and
was
then the back corner leg. I don't know the fuck you're doing with this. That broke.
That wasn't me.
That's definitely you.
There's no way.
You're fat. It's you.
You're fat too. Not as fat as me.
No.
But
I looked at the weight on a lot of things before I buy it. I was like, okay, 300 pounds. I'm good.
Maybe it was me. If it was, I felt horrible.
I think it's probably something you do in your sleep.
Well, I think one time I went to sit down really fast and I wasn't thinking, like, this is a delicate couch.
You should sit on everything like that. You remember when you broke that chair at the open mic? You just sat on it and the fucking leg broke out from under it?
That was so embarrassing.
It was fucking awesome.
I broke a regular wooden chair.
Okay, so you
with
know
my fatness.
you know the weird plastic chairs you get in like middle school, high school, with like 3 slots in them. It's all plastic. It's a big swooping L, right? But it's got like the 3 vent holes in the back, the lower back,
Okay, yeah.
and it's got metal legs, right?
Metal legs. Yes.
I
know what
watched
you're
the
talking
video today or yesterday. I didn't save it. I wish I did because I was going to send it to you. This kid, he like a fat kid. He sits in the chair and then he picks his legs up, and then the leg just goes. It fucking bends out.
about. He's that fat?
He's not as fat as you.
Are you serious? Are you fucking
They're
serious?
about the same size.
Fucking asshole.
You know what? The other day, somebody, it was like a week or 2 ago, somebody came to the dump and they dropped a bunch of desks off. Like school desks, just like that. But also the ones with like the hard marble and like the hard, it's like the hard resin chair, like the upgraded chairs of those plastic chair desks.
Yeah.
Like they had the next version older. They dumped like a ton of them, like 3 U-Haul trucks.
But
full.
those worth anything?
Not anymore because they're all fucked up.
Oh.
But I almost grabbed one. I was like, yeah, those desks are cool. I might actually do some drawing. But
You didn't get it though?
no, because if you'd probably see them breaking it.
I since I started living here, it caused a torrent of problems for you.
It's not surprising. It's not worse than my first wife.
Oh, that's good. Did she cause problems
She
too?
set the house on fire.
Seriously?
Yeah. Okay. So
You gotta tell this story.
So the first house I lived in Georgia, I was paying like $850 a month for rent for like
It doesn't seem too bad.
for a 3-bedroom house.
That sounds great.
The plus electricity plus water plus cable and everything else. And like it barely, like my BH barely covered it. So it was still expensive, but where it was at was really nice. But she was a pothead. And not in the good way either. Is like, hey, like I'm in the army, you can't fucking do this. But she still did it anyway.
You can't ingest pot at all because you'll get kicked out, right?
Secondhand, you can catch that shit and it'll come up with piss test ruin my fucking career. So that was already enough of a problem, right?
She was your first wife, you said?
Yeah.
And she smoked pot constantly?
Yeah.
In around you, or?
No. She did it in the back rooms or whatever, but there's still enough of. There was a bunch of problems with this fucking marriage,
Oh,
right?
Fuck.
So, but one day I was at work, and she was frying something in a skillet, or she was planning to. I don't know. It never happened because she didn't really fucking cook. But she had oil in the pan, walked away. This is a gas stove, and so she went to go roll a joint, smoke, and so the grease caught fire.
Oh,
Burned a
grease
bunch
fire.
of the fucking stoves, and she didn't know how to fucking deal with it because
She put water on it, didn't she?
no, she didn't touch it. She just ran outside.
What?
She turned the stove off at least, but
Just grab the pan and take it outside.
no, you just cover the pan.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's all you have to do is cover the pan or throw baking soda. We didn't have baking soda.
Throw a blanket on it or something.
No, just throw another pan on top.
Oh.
Smother it. Anyways,
So you wouldn't throw a
so
blanket?
no, she didn't do any of that fucking. That's worse. You don't fucking throw a blanket on it. So it like burned a bunch of the counters. And,
Oh my god!
The
You were
the
renting?
cabinets. Yep.
Oh motherfucker! Did you have insurance?
Nope. But guess what? I didn't pay
What?
the insurance bill when it came in. I just fucking dodged that shit. Is like the homeowner's like, yeah, you need to pay this. The insurance is gonna come. And he's like, I didn't get that.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And
What-
she also wrecked my car.
Oh my god!
That wasn't entirely her fault, but because our neighborhood was like onto a major roadway, say, right? So she's pulling out, and a car stopped in the first lane, right? So she could go.
Yeah.
The second lane, car came in, moved around that car, then hit her.
Okay.
And then when I said, hey, just go fucking take the car, get it fixed. This happened while I was deployed.
Oh, so you weren't even around.
No.
Fuck.
It was just take the fucking car into a mechanic shop, get the price, get it fixed. Done. She didn't do that. She had her friend fix it, and he was a fucking retard. And
Holy
it
shit.
was a fucking nightmare.
What a nightmare.
So, just like,
Jesus Christ.
now, like, when we got divorced and everything, like, I'm not an asshole, so when I more or less abandoned her in Texas, because when I went, so I got back from deployment, dealt with that, bought a new truck, Ford Ranger with a flatbed, then eventually I bought my Jeep, sold the car off because I had just paid it off because it was like the last year, too, that she fucking wrecked it.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Super aggravating because we could have had 2 fucking good working cars, but nope. So
She set the house on fire because of her stonerness. Oh my god.
there's not even being a star, just being a fucking idiot. Yeah. So what was I saying? Anyway, so I left her in Georgia, but she had my Jeep when I was in Korea. When I came back, it's like, all right. Took out a Pioneer loan, which I still owe money on for 2 years until they remove it from my credit. Because fuck you, I'm not paying that.
What's a Pioneer loan?
It's, you know what a title loan is?
Yeah, where you give them your title.
Just as bad, but for like military.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you
They're
give
actually
them?
illegal in a lot of states. No, they're just like, oh, you're in the military? Oh, we're good for you. Here's a loan for this much money and blah 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 blah. After so got a loan, bought her a car, fucking left. I was like, you're not coming with me to Georgia.
Fuck.
Yeah,
What did she say to that?
she cried. Whatever. Didn't care. Didn't
It's
care.
over.
Yeah, but that's
divorce.
also when I met my current wife. Was in Korea.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and so I got back to Georgia in July, divorced her, started the divorce paperwork in November. It was official by January or something like that. My daughter was
crazy,
born in March, and then it was like, okay, that's definitely mine. And then I was out of the Army by the next year, I think. Oh, that's when I did the divorce. Went to the Philippines, married my current wife, and everything else.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, my life sucks.
I think it's better than you give it, credo.
Well, I haven't seen my wife in 4 years.
That part sucks.
Yeah, it's mostly COVID, though.
Yeah. No, that definitely sucks. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you're good at being an adult. You know how to take care of things. I'm a
You know what it
fucking
is?
mess.
It's constant anxiety.
Really.
It's like, you're gonna fuck up. Don't fuck this up.
See, you had, I think.
It looks like I got my shit together. It's not. It's kind of like for like most things.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you. That's how I feel. Like when that guy came here today, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get
the
kicked
neighbor's
out of
cousin.
here. The neighbor's cousin.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Okay. Yeah.
No evidence. No, it's
Sorry,
like the
yeah,
neighbor's
my
cousin
bad.
who cleared the yard. He's helping the move it. We can talk about it. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
No, that's kind of a moment where you're like, hey, who's that? But at the same time, it's like, because you're living here like illegally.
Yeah.
And like, if somebody says like, hey, he's been here more than 3 days, let's terminate your lease. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm like allowed to plant flowers like I did today. I just got one of those boxes of wildflowers from Dollar General and just shook them in the yard.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so hopefully there will be some flowers.
Yeah.
I also planted some cucumbers, so maybe I'll have pickles this winter.
Fucking pickle growing son of a bitch.
I don't
Well-
actually grow plants that often, so we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, got some cucumbers coming in. Well, this has been another exciting episode.
You want to keep going? Nah, it's fine.
And we'll call it.
I had a good sign off for this week, but I don't remember what it was.
What was it?
I don't know. I just said I don't remember what it was.
I know, I still asked you. Well, eat shit and die, cocksucker.